Hey guys, so today I was doing a championship and I was just, noticing the people's horses and outfits next to me, as you do. And there was a person next to me who was riding an older horse that's no longer in the game. It's not super old, but it's discontinued or whatever. It's not in the game anymore. I believe it's called Sakura. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not 100% sure. It's the old cherry blossom horse that is no longer in the game and Star Stable said won't be returning. And it just got me thinking, I have so many things that I regret, things I did in this game and things that I regret not buying in this game, and I'm just gonna go over some of the regrets I have about SSO. And I'm gonna do some dailies while we talk about this because I feel like I want to be accomplishing something, so I'm gonna do some dailies. Okay, so obviously the first thing I regret is not buying Sakura. I can't even remember what year was Sakura even put in the game. It feels like only a few years ago, but could be wrong. Time flies in SSO land. But yeah, anyways, whatever the horse is called, I regret not buying it. I don't remember what I was doing when it came out or what exactly was going on, but
I have regrets.
One thing I really like about the cherry blossom horse is the concept. And if you watch my Animal Crossing channel, I am obsessed with like cherry blossom, Japanese inspired decor and stuff like that. That is the whole theme of my Animal Crossing island. And as I was looking at that person's horse when I was standing next to them in the game, it made me want that horse even more. This isn't the first time I've wanted that horse. Like when I saw them in the champ, it was just kind of like rubbing salt in a wound because that's a horse I feel like I've been telling people, oh, I wish that the horse would come back in game. Like I wish they would just bring it back for like 24 hours and I would buy that horse immediately because it's so pretty. I love the cherry blossom details in the mane and tail. It looks, it's definitely not up to par to like new SSO horse breeds, of course. It's just not, but I still regret it. I wish I could go back and buy that horse. And I'm pretty sure I already have a horse named Cherry Blossom, but we would make it work. My second regret in SSO is, oh my goodness. My second regret in SSO is honestly just not starting earlier. I did start the game earlier than this account was created, and I'm by no means a noob to this game. I've been playing for years and years since I was, younger, but I definitely regret not starting earlier. I was trying to find Shibby Tim because I'm supposed to give him something for my Farahs. I was like, who's Shibby Tim? And someone asked on Reddit, where the frick is Shibby Tim? Okay, why am I so on par with Reddit people? Like, explain that to me. He's in Fort Pinta by the little market area.
Oh.
Okay, anyways, I do regret not starting this game earlier, honestly. That's like probably my biggest regret. Not because like I think that it's not good now by any means. I absolutely love this game. This is my all-time favorite game. I definitely like other games too, but this game to me is the most nostalgic. I've been playing it for the longest and I've played this game probably the most of any other game, and I started a channel around this game, so obviously I love this game. It's pretty obvious, but I kind of started SSO on like the cusp of the start of all of the transitions to like what is now new SSO. Like I got to see old SSO and I was part of like the old SSO community on YouTube and old SSO videos. Not the oldest, but one of the older, I don't know, it's hard to describe. I wasn't there the first year it started or anything like that, but I was there for that era. And then I started right as things were changing. So I definitely got to see and experience some of old SSO, and also am seeing new SSO as well. And I know a lot of old players are like, oh, I miss old SSO. And sometimes I feel that way too. I wish I had started earlier so I could have experienced more of that era of SSO because it was a simpler time. And I like it now too. I know a lot of old players who miss old SSO don't like SSO now. I actually liked both and still love it. But I just think if I had started earlier, I first of all missed some quests and experiences that the oldest players have experienced. And I just didn't get to appreciate that era for very long before they started changing everything. So yeah, that's one of my regrets. Okay, my next SSO regret is kind of along the same lines of the last one, which is losing my old account password and email. I made an account that's older than this one. I believe the name was not Koko Rosewater, it was Koko Rosewood. How different would things have been if I was still Koko Rosewood? Koko Rosewood is out there somewhere. I don't even know what server Koko Rosewood is on because I forgot which email that I made the account with, and then I couldn't log on to the account. And whenever people ask, when did you start playing SSO? When I made Koko Rosewood. That's when I started playing SSO. But I don't have access to see any of that information, and I kind of regret not having my original account just for like nostalgia purposes. That account account, I didn't have anything on it really. Like I didn't buy star coins at that point ever. I was not a star rider on that account either. I was not even a monthly star rider. I was just a plain old account, and I had that for years. I honestly at that time didn't really know like how to play SSO. Like I didn't buy stuff. I didn't really like keep in touch with the social media thing, like aware of the whole like the world of SSO. I wasn't really a part of it. So I didn't know like, oh, it's Equestrian Festival this week. I would just log on sometimes, run around Moorland and live my life. And I wish I still had that account. I wish I hadn't lost my login information. And it happened such a long time ago now that I don't even remember what the email was. So I couldn't even find it if I wanted to. And I lost access to the email that I used. I didn't use any of my normal emails that I use now. So yeah, that is kind of a regret. Hopefully that doesn't happen to this account, or that's going to be another video. My next regret is joining any clubs before I joined probably what was my peak times club, which is Witch Ladies. Oh, I need to get some garden powders before we get into that. I also just got this new hairstyle at the Equestrian Festival. Discord told me to do it and I agree. Don't worry, I only used shillings. I feel like we all have that one like peak SSO club that just kind of like describes our time in SSO. That when we think of old times in SSO, or when we think of not even old times, but like the best times, or like the times where you know, had like friends in SSO. For us older players, probably we don't have as many SSO friends and don't hang out with a lot of people. Like I play mostly alone most of the time, which is just fine with me. That's kind of like just what I prefer. Just because of the phase of life I'm in right now, I'm not so interested in like making new friends on SSO, but you get what I'm saying. I really regret joining any clubs before I joined my peak club, which was Witch Ladies. Right now I'm also in a club. It's called Meadow Strawberries, and that's like it's an adult club. It's an older based club, and we're not active or anything. It's just kind of like a community I'm in, and we were active for a little bit and it was very fun while I was in it. And I'm not gonna like leave the club or anything anytime soon unless it gets disbanded for whatever reason, but I can't even remember all the clubs I was in before I was in Witch Ladies. But all I know is I had no business being in any clubs before Witch Ladies. I didn't know like what a club entailed. When I played this game like earlier in the early days, I didn't interact with anyone. I just played this game by myself. I didn't engage with strangers on the internet. I don't know, I just was not interested. And so I didn't join clubs until a little bit later. And even when I joined those clubs, I had no idea what really clubs were for, like how they worked. I didn't even know anything. I didn't know what Discord was. I was like very unaware of what was going on in the world of SSO. So I kind of regret honestly being in pretty much any of the clubs I joined before Witch Ladies, because no, there's nothing wrong with any of the clubs. If you were in an old club with me before and you're like, oh, Rose hated us. No. Like I really didn't, but I just didn't know, like I had no business being in a club. I didn't know what I was doing. Like I didn't know how to be a good club member, I guess you could say. I probably created like so many clubs and deleted them because I didn't understand. I was like, all these people are like advertising for clubs. Am I supposed to do that? Like, no. I regret so much. All the clubs I ever made, I regret them. All the clubs I joined and then left within 2 days, I regret. And all of that was just because I simply did not know how SSO clubs worked. I didn't really understand the purpose of them, and I should have just not been in any clubs. When I did join a club, the first club where I had like actually like friends in SSO and we actually like did quests together and logged on and played was Witch Ladies. That was like prime time. I actually have some YouTube videos with Witch Ladies. It was like way late into my SSO experience that I joined Witch Ladies, so it's not even that far in the past. That's like when I started, I feel like around when I started my YouTube channel and when I started actually interacting in the SSO community more, so way late to the game. But that was a whole story. Long story short, I regret being an inactive club member in every club I was in probably. Okay, this is pretty similar, but the next regret I have, as I've been thinking about things I regret, is not starting my channel earlier. I feel like this has been such like a positive experience for me in so many ways, and I like always, not always, but ever since YouTube was a thing, have been fascinated by it. I've always watched so much YouTube, not like necessarily SSO or gaming content, but just like in general, watched so much YouTube and always was like, probably like a lot of people, like, oh, I really want to do that. It seems so fun. And the truth is, it's something that I really enjoy. I really enjoy making videos. I enjoy editing them and I enjoy the process. I also enjoy the community that comes with making a channel. I feel like joining the SSO content creator community has been, I mean, it comes with definitely with pros and cons, but I've personally enjoyed it. There have been so many awesome connections I've made. Overall, the community, at least that I've been surrounded with on my channel, has overall been very positive. positive, and it was something I remember being very hesitant about doing for many years. I was like considering, oh, should I just post a video? And I think my biggest fear was I'm kind of scared of strangers on the internet, and I wanted my identity to be secret. I never joined because I wanted to be like famous or anything, and some people do that, which is fine, like that's valid. I don't want to be recognized ever in my IRL for this channel. It's just something that I do as a hobby. It's never intended to be like a full-time thing or to make money. And that's definitely like a perk that comes with it, but I've mostly enjoyed just the community, and creating content and interaction with subscribers has been just really fun. It's like a fun little pastime that I have that's kind of grown into something bigger than I ever anticipated. But I regret not starting earlier because I feel like it's been such like a positive thing in my life, and it would have been cool. I wonder like where we would have been or what I would be doing now if I had started like right when I started playing SSO. So that's one regret I have. The next few things I regret are all items in the game. I already talked about the cherry blossom horse, which obviously I regret because the horse is freaking amazing. The next horse I regret not buying is the old fjord. I have an unhealthy obsession with the old fjords, and I know like there's so many smart people who bought those things up when they were leaving and who bought them before they were leaving. I guess I'm not a true fjord fan. I guess I'm a fake fan, guys. Like I only realized how amazing they are when they were gone, and that's my own fault. But how much I wish that SSO would just watch this video and be like, oh, there's a demand for the old fjords. In some ways, I like the old fjords better than the new ones. I know that's kind of crazy to say, but it's how I feel. I just think that they're like really well done for probably my favorite old model SSO horse ever of all time. I mean, the old starter horses are very nostalgic, but I so much prefer the old fjords in every way. I really miss those horses. I wish they would bring them back. I wish they would have like, I don't know, maybe like a couple times a year have an update that's just a nostalgia update where they would like go back to an old location and change it back to how it was for the week or something, so we could enjoy that location nostalgia. Or like I wish they would come out with throwback horses or something like that. I think that would be such a good idea for an update, and it would really help me in my quest to buy an old fjord. And the fjords are super fast for champs. Now they've said that they adjusted all the horses to be the same speed, but I just don't know how to test that. It seems that everyone riding an old fjord is fast as frick in the champs, and that's not the only reason. I actually genuinely like their animations and their looks, the co-colors and how they move. And the new fjords are also super cute, but I would trade my new fjords for old ones, and I know that's an unpopular opinion. It's just how I feel. The next item that I regret not buying is this old jacket. It's this pink cross-country riding jacket. This item is no longer available in the game. I think that I saw like when I watched old SSO content, I saw like a couple creators wearing this top, and I obviously went to Star Stable Database and was like, oh my gosh, where is that top? Like I need it. Obviously I missed the memo because I never purchased that jacket, and I regret it because it's really cute. It holds up to new SSO clothing items in my opinion, which may be controversial, but I feel like that is an item that if it was available now, I would immediately go buy that. Like I so would. I just love the color scheme. I'm not even like one for fancy clothing. I'm a Western girl at heart. I love a good t-shirt and jeans on my SSO character. Every once in a while get in an English mood, but I don't know. I really like that top. I feel like I would be able to rock that on this character, and I feel like I would love to see how it looked on new characters because I think that top was discontinued before we got our new characters, which is crazy to think. But another top that I regret not buying is this white t-shirt with the red horse on it, or donkey, I'm not sure. I think this shirt was from the Midsummer event. I just must not have been paying attention. I don't even know if this was discontinued before or after I started my channel, but where was I when this was discontinued? What was I doing with my life? Rose, what were you thinking? This is a really cute staple top, and I don't know why they discontinued it because I feel like it holds up to current shirts in the game. I think it said in the Star Stable database it was a quest item, so I don't even know what quest that was. It must have been an old one that's not available anymore, but I regret not getting that top or earning it. It's upsetting. Thinking about all the things in the game that are no longer available that I really wish I would have gotten just kind of reveals I am such a collector in this game. I know it like does bother some people that I like have so many horses and collect so many clothing items, but I don't know why it bothers people. And that's not just my channel. Like some people are generally like just bothered by people buying stuff in this game, which to each their own. Like it's something that I choose to collect and I enjoy, so I don't see how it affects anyone, but it just shows me that I really want to make sure like to stay on top of limited items in the game so that I don't regret it later, and to be smart with my star coins as well. One of my other regrets is buying clothes and tack with star coins. coins. Until very recently, I have been getting in the bad habit of being lazy and using star coins to buy items in game that are not horses, which not the best. And just so everyone's aware, I've always only used my own money to buy my star coins, and now all the money I've spent on this game, I've made up for more with my YouTube channel, which is very fortunate that I'm able to do that, but it's something I enjoy and I put work into, so I feel like if I feel like buying star coins on a double star coin weekend, who's to say I shouldn't? Just feels like it's my choice to do so, and I'm fine doing that, but I really regret using star coins to buy non-horses, because definitely, and especially now, I mean, back in the day, it was much harder to save up enough shillings to actually buy anything in the game. I feel like with the opening up of like Hollow Woods and the Runology and stuff like that, it's a lot easier to earn shillings, so I really enjoy that side of SSO now. I really wish that I had saved up shillings to buy items that are not horses, just because a lot of those items I ended up selling anyways. So that's something in the future that I'm trying to avoid. I've been only using shillings to buy items, even limited items like the Equestrian Festival. I made my goal to only buy items with shillings, which in turn has kind of made me think about what I actually want versus what is something that I actually don't want. 2 weeks after it comes out, I realized I don't actually want that anymore. So I guess I didn't like it that much. So it's been good because you have to take your time to earn the shillings, and then you think about what you really want to use that money on rather than the instant gratification of buying a new set with star coins. The urge is real, and I'm not saying I'm never going to do it again, but I've been making an effort to do it less. Kind of on that line, I have some regrets about when I started my channel. Just like, I guess the mindset I had. Definitely this is a totally like okay and understandable for new creators. I feel like when I first started my channel, I was still kind of trying to figure out who I was in the YouTube world and finding my place. And obviously that's a really difficult thing to do when you start a new channel, because you want to bring people to your channel by being unique and having your own style and bring people to watch you. And that's still something I'm working on. I mean, my channel's still growing and I'm still learning things, but I definitely regret not being more like comfortable as myself with my personality and my own independent ideas. I feel like I definitely, and this is okay, like leaned on, you know, other SSO creators for ideas and inspiration when I was starting out my channel. And I feel like, I mean, maybe I don't regret that so much because that's just called learning and growing into yourself as a creator. But now I feel like I've gotten more comfortable going out on my own and trying things that I want to do, trying my own ideas, trying to be more unique and being more true to myself as a creator. So I regret not doing that earlier, but we're all just trying to find ourselves, right? Trying to figure things out. Okay, one thing I regret is buying all the Jorvik Frisians. You can go watch this video. It's still up on my channel as of when I'm recording this. I bought all the Frisians, the Jorvik Frisians, for a video. And that's kind of I mean, I did buy all the Selle Francais, but I don't have any regrets because that horse was actually amazing. I love these horses. I ride them every second, and I'm so glad I bought them all. I needed all of them. Sometimes you just do. Sometimes you just want all of them. The Jorvik Frisians, I feel like I mostly bought them all because I felt like I just started my channel. I didn't really know, like, I thought, you know, as a creator, I have to buy them all. And then after I had purchased them all, I regret that I sold a lot of them. I regret, first of all, ever selling any horses on SSO. I've done it a couple of times and I just regret it. Like, cause I do like collecting horses in this game. And even if like I have horses that I don't like, it's nice to just have them to like reflect on. And I mean, I paid star coins for those horses, so it wasn't worth the shillings. I don't remember the things I bought for the shillings that I got from those horses. And yeah, I just regret selling any horse. I don't recommend. And I know people got really triggered when I sold those horses. I mean, it's my right to do so. And if you like to sell horses, more power to you. But I just regret personally selling horses. And I regret buying all the Frisians, but then I regret selling a lot of them because then later now I kind of am like, oh, I wish I still had that Frisian. I don't know why. I can't explain it. It doesn't make sense, but I just regret that. All right, that's all the things I can think of that I regret for now, SSO wise. I'm sure I'll think of more while I'm editing this, but I think this is a pretty good list for me. Let me know in the comments what you guys regret. What are your biggest SSO regrets? Maybe they're similar, maybe you have some different ones. And if we have enough, maybe we could even do like a train with me type video for this. So let me know in the comments if you guys are interested in that. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this like podcast style of SSO regret. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.
I'm on thin ice, you'd never guess. I've been hiding a monster, keeping it quiet.